Right now, a suspect in a deadly Eau Claire stabbing is set to appear in court today. What we know. Cat food is being recalled due to bird flu that has already caused one death. What you need to know about the warning ahead.
Slick roadways out there this early morning. It could be quite dangerous on the roads driving this early morning, so I'll have the full forecast coming up for you in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm Jeremy Walt in for Alexandra.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
And it is our Thursday, December 26, 2024, the day after Christmas, the start of Kwanzaa, and the second day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, well, good for everybody. If you're planning on going out and about, please be careful on the roadways because this is what's going to happen for you. Slick roads out there right now this early morning. Patchy to dense fog out there. In fact, we have dense fog out across La Crosse right now. The river valley is also picking up some fog getting into the bluffs as well. So please be careful. They have a dense fog advisory you can see from the north down to the south and the central portion as well for La Crosse. We also have the special weather statement that is now taken out. So that is now not an issue in the morning right now for freezing rain and drizzle. That being said, current temperatures are in the 20s and of course the lower 30s right now. It feels like pretty much similar to what I've just explained to you. So it's not too much difference between the wind chill and what's happening right now. Here's the dense fog over La Crosse right now. It continues to sag slower and lower down to the surface. So please be careful this early morning. Millston holding on to some treacherous roadways in the form of slick roadways right now. A little bit of ice could possibly be on the roads because the temperatures are beginning to drop. Temperatures for La Crosse are 31 to 37 degrees as we finish out the morning hours. And Eau Claire doing similar, upper 20s to the lower 30s. So still holding on to freezing going into the middle afternoon. Patchy fog, as we've mentioned, but we also have scattered showers in the forecast. When I come back, I'll give you a better overview of how that all will play out. Please stick around.
All right, thanks, Art. The man accused of stabbing someone to death at the Dudodge Inn earlier this month is scheduled to appear in court today. 44-year-old Anthony Jackson is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree intentional homicide. According to the criminal complaint, friends of the victim, 31-year-old Alex Graff, tell police that that Jackson thought they were laughing at him before the incident. Jackson is expected to appear in the Eau Claire County courtroom at 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. A remarkable story yesterday as a plane landing from Azerbaijan to Russia was diverted and crashed. Incredibly, nearly half of the 67 people on board survived. But now questions are being raised like why was the plane diverted and what led to the emergency situation on board? CBS's Leah Mishkin is following the developments for us from London.
A chilling scene. The moment a passenger jet with 67 people on board crashes near Kazakhstan's Aktau airport and bursts into flames. Emergency crews rushed to the scene. Miraculously, 29 people survived, their faces in complete disbelief. 38 others on board were killed. Azerbaijan Airlines said the Embraer 190 jet, traveling from the Azerbaijani capital of Baku to Grozny, Russia, was diverted and attempting to make an emergency landing. Azerbaijan's president said he was told worsening weather conditions forced the plane off its planned route. Russia's Civil Aviation Authority says it appears a bird strike led to an emergency on board. Families and friends are awaiting an official report.
Azerbaijan Airlines says it will suspend flights on that route until the investigation into the crash is completed. The country's president also declared today a day of mourning. The Palestinian news agency WAFA has reported that an Israeli strike has killed 5 journalists outside of a hospital in Gaza. The Palestinian Journalists Syndicate condemned the killing of the journalists. The strike targeted a broadcast vehicle belonging to Al-Quds Today TV in front of Al-Ada Hospital in the Nuseirat refugee camp. The Israeli Defense Forces said it targeted a vehicle containing a squad of terrorists from the Palestinian Islamic Jihad terrorist organization in the Nuseirat area. 2 wars dominated international headlines in 2024, along with climate concerns and royal cancer revelations. CBS's Tina Kraus is in London with a look at the stories that shaped the world this year.
Israeli forces launched more strikes on Gaza in their mission to destroy Hamas as starvation gripped the Strip and anger grew over the suffering of Palestinian civilians. ground troops killed the mastermind behind the October 7th attacks, but nearly 100 hostages, including several Americans, remain unaccounted for. War spilled into Lebanon, with Israel setting off a deadly mass pager explosion targeting rebel fighters and taking out the head of the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. Iran retaliated with an unprecedented attack against Israel, unleashing nearly 200 missiles. A shocking shift of power in Syria with the fall of dictator Bashar al-Assad. Armed rebels took control and Assad fled to Russia, where he was granted asylum. 2 years after Russia invaded Ukraine, Ukrainian forces lost more territory. Russia got a boost with North Korean troops joining the fight. North Korea tested a new intercontinental ballistic missile designed to threaten the U.S. mainland days before the presidential election, while China braced for unpredictability in its ties with the U.S. and renewed tensions over trade, technology, and Taiwan. The deadliest earthquake in 8 years hit Japan on New Year's Day. The 7.6 magnitude quake killed more than 230 people. 2024 became the hottest year ever, a repeat of the year before, as climate scientists warned the world is headed for a climate catastrophe without significant cuts to greenhouse gases. Cancer struck Britain's royal family, with both King Charles and Princess Kate treated for the disease, but few details revealed. 88-year-old Pope Francis was in a wheelchair for much of the year and spent nearly 2 weeks on a trip to Southeast Asia and the Pacific, the longest trip of his papacy. And the French capital hosted the Summer Olympics for a third time. American athletes grabbed 40 golds in Paris and topped the medal table after nearly 3 weeks of competition.
One other highlight from 2024 comes from Down Under, with Australia becoming the first country in the world to ban social media for children under 16. The rebuilding of Baltimore's iconic Francis Scott Key Bridge will begin next month. The Maryland Transportation Authority and crews will start with surveying and scanning the riverbed and collecting soil samples. Demolition will begin in the spring. The rebuild is expected to cost about $2 billion and take about 4 years to complete. The full cost is covered by the new federal spending package passed by Congress last week. Still ahead on your morning news, cat food is being recalled due to bird flu that has already killed one house cat. The Mega Million jackpot passes the $1 billion mark, and we'll take a look at how the stock market has impacted consumers this year. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. A hawk who got stuck inside of a high school soccer net in Arizona has been released back into the wild. After being freed back last month, Lance the hawk was badly cut and couldn't fly after the incident. Spokesman Hubert Parker says it took about a month of rehab, but they were able to set him free right now on the field. Wouldn't you know it, he flew directly to his pine tree where another hawk was awaiting his return. And as you begin to wake up this morning, we leave you with a quick wake-up call with the city where it was once illegal to put an ice cream cone in your back pocket, Atlanta, Georgia. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
Ford gets 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
It's Home Furniture's grand finale sale. For 1 week only, get incredible offers like a king-size mattress or bedroom suite for the price of a queen. Buy one, get ones on select recliners, rugs, stools, and more. Or upgrade a 5-piece dining set to a 7-piece set with 2 free side chairs. Take an extra 15% off in-store clearance items, plus 70% off remaining Christmas decor. And no interest if paid in full by January 2027. Hurry, Home Furniture's grand finale sale ends Tuesday.
Being a small-town bank, you develop relationships that go beyond the bank.
We've always been more than just customers at Union State Bank. I feel like we've made friends here. The people that work at Union State Bank that help you on a day-to-day basis are the same people that are going to help you through the big things. I feel like when you bank somewhere and you develop that relationship, then when you walk through the big things, it's so much easier for everything to be right.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
Well, good morning to you. Starting your early morning here, we've got patchy to dense fog out there already right now, and that'll continue into the afternoon as well. We'll also see scattered storms possibly coming back in as we go into the late evening hours for us, and we're talking about a 30% chance for us as well. Cloudy skies will prevail for La Crosse as we go through the morning hours, upper 20s to the low 30s, middle 30s, possibly to around upper 30s, then the 40s possibly move into the picture for our highs for the day. We'll get into Eau Claire, and similar conditions will ensue as far as the clouds are concerned, but will be a few degrees cooler for you. All right, we get into the observed winds right now. The winds are fairly light. They're holding on to 13 miles per hour in Rochester. However, back in La Crosse, they are calm and pretty much calm across the area with about 5 miles of wind going into areas by Eau Claire. That means we're also seeing some patchy to dense fog out there. Marshfield all the way to Black River Falls. La Crosse is now into dense fog, at least in some cases. The airport's reporting 1 mile of visibility, but we're having the river valleys already showing that. I've already shown you Eau Claire before. Preston in the dense fog as well as areas by Viroqua getting down to Prairie du Chien as well. So please be careful out there this morning. The roadways also have some slick spots out there as well. So that means you could run into a little bit of glaze on the roadways, maybe even some ice and the possibility of freezing rain. As far as the fog is concerned, we could see more fog coming back in the afternoon hours and into the evening hours and then eventually tapering down. Current temperatures in the 20s all the way to at least 31 now, still holding on, almost getting near widespread 20s for you. Highs for the day 35 to about 41 degrees out there. Most of the area is kind of huddled in between mid to upper 30s. Rain amounts, as you can see as we go through today, up to about 1/10 of an inch, extending this out all the way to at least midnight. We're looking at about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall on the way for your forecast. I'll have more about this coming up for you in just a moment.
All right, thanks, Art. Northwest Naturals is recalling a batch of its pet food after a cat died eating a product contaminated with bird flu. The recall is for Northwest Naturals' 2-pound turkey recipe raw frozen pet food. The company says the food tested positive for bird flu. The recalled packages have best if used by dates of May 21st, 2026 and June 23rd, 2026. Consumers who bought it should immediately throw it out and contact the store for a full refund. The Mega Millions jackpot on Friday is expected to be more than $1 billion. That would be a cash prize of more than $516 million. There was no grand prize winner in the Christmas Eve drawing. The lottery said its jackpot soared past for the eighth time in the game's 20-year history, and the jackpot is won Friday. It would be the 5th largest in Mega Millions history. Wall Street has only a few more trading days left this year. So far, it's been a good one for stock investors, with the Dow up more than 14% year to date. The Nasdaq has surged over 33% in 2024, and the S&P is up about 26%. Every year, people in the U.S. throw away billions of pounds of used clothes and textiles. California is now the first state in the nation to make clothing and textile companies responsible for their products from start to finish. CBS's Danya Backus explains.
One looks good. At Project Rewear in Thousand Oaks, California, Linda Young and Kimberly Lau have made it their mission to reduce textile waste by giving pre-used kids' clothes a second chance.
It's just about having kids and always worrying about their future and other kids and future generations. And honestly, if we don't think about it today, tomorrow is going to be a problem.
A problem California is trying to do without. Textiles are currently the fastest growing component of California's waste stream.
The amount of pollution that we could reduce by just wearing a garment even a month longer, right? Or swapping it.
Most of the labor and cost of managing textile waste falls on thrift stores, charities, and local governments. California is now making sure textile and clothing producers are doing their part. It's the first state in the nation to enact a new law requiring apparel and textile makers fund a reuse, repair, and recycling program.
It means a fundamental shift in the way that they do business. They have never in the United States been required to take responsibility for the end of life of their product.
Rachel Kibbe is the CEO of American Circular Textiles. Her organization helped advocate for the policy. Clothing and textile companies could be required to provide drop-off or collection systems for used garments.
What I would like to see out of bills like this is a huge network of resale and thrifting and repair pop up. It should be the norm that you walk into any store and a lot of the clothing could be resold.
We're always trying to find ways to reduce everything.
Kimberly and Linda see the law as in line with their work to decrease the amount of clothes going to landfills.
It means that there's responsibility from the start of when something's produced all the way to the end.
Accountability they believe will make a difference.
The law is expected to be fully enacted in 2030. That's a look at your consumer news. Let's send it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett.
All right, Jeremy, I'm going to give you a little look here of what's happening today as well as into Friday. First, we start off with the slick roadways for the possibility of some freezing rain, freezing drizzle, and of course, maybe some icing on the roadways due to glaze. We'll have right now a dense fog advisory that is in play. The special weather statement has now it's expired. So right now that's not an issue, but as we get into it here, the cloud cover, we're looking at least cloudy skies today. That's the last 3 hours of cloud cover. Current temperatures right now in the 20s and the 30s. We're holding on to visibility issues right now from 5 miles visibility all the way to 9 miles visibility for Eau Claire. But the real hazard right now is the La Crosse getting into near dense fog, as well as Black River Falls, Vogue Field. Viroqua is in dense fog right now. So areas right now are huddling over areas for La Crosse getting into the river valleys, getting up into the bluffs as well. And that's going to cause problems for drivers that are trying to move out and about today. As we go through the afternoon, we still have some issues for some fog going into the 7 mile visibility for La Crosse. Eau Claire is at 5. That continues down to 0 for the time we get in the 2 o'clock for Eau Claire. 1 for Ladysmith by 4 o'clock. Still holding that with dense fog still over in Eau Claire going into your evening commute. And we also see La Crosse is holding on to 3 miles of visibility down to 2 by 7 o'clock into the evening hours. And then continuing on as we go into Friday, you're looking at the possibility of this happening still all the way through the evening hours. So that was Friday. A look for your fog. Now the similar conditions are happening today as well. As you take a look here, we have the rainfall sneaking up as we go right into today and tonight and getting into tomorrow. The possibility of more rainfall continues to build from a 80% chance to possibly 100% chance going into the overnight or at least into the evening hours after your 6 o'clock hour and of course your drive time. So that's some heavier rainfall moving in the picture. We still have a little bit of a possibility of some freezing rain and drizzle up to the north, but that may not be hitting the ground. Hence the advisory no longer, or the state statement, no longer an issue. We'll see as we go through the morning the potential for some light rainfall, possibly turning into freezing rain and drizzle, working through the forecast here as we go to the 1 o'clock hour, extending to the 3 o'clock hour. But you're seeing most temperatures now are in the 30s and some low 40s. So if that's hitting the ground, possibility of that really hitting the ground is kind of a low chance. So it's a 30% chance, as I mentioned. We'll see this continue into the evening hours when temperatures start to cool off again back into the widespread 30s. Then we have rainfall sneaking in as we go into the 3 o'clock hour in the morning, extending into Friday in the morning, and that continues to go right into the late morning hours, into the afternoon, into your middle to after, into the evening commute as well for Friday, and that continues on with the possibility of more light freezing drizzle and rainfall into the process well out of the area for us today over there by areas by Wisconsin Dells. We'll get into 30s today. You can see some locations will have no rainfall showing. Most of that rainfall may show up later on in the evening hours where we've already gone past our daytime type of rainfall. And as that continues to exit out, this is what I'm looking for tomorrow. Rainfall throughout the day for you, all the way from Eau Claire into La Crosse, and then continuing on with the rain tracker. As we get into rainfall for Friday, that continues on to get up to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rainfall, down to about 1/2 an inch of rain. Snowfall is not looking like it's showing up for us, but as we get into how this all plays out for the next 8 days, take a gander. We'll go into it here where you'll see the highs popping into the picture. 40 degrees today, 43 for tomorrow, with increasing temperatures into Saturday to 46 degrees, then lowering back down through Sunday and Monday, with snow chances coming back for Tuesday and cooler conditions for the middle portion of next week.
All right, thanks, Art. Still ahead on your morning news. Many studies find that owning a pet is beneficial for both your physical and mental health. Ahead, we'll look at how some animal shelters are helping to spread the joy of fostering the pet and also bettering our health.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Twas almost the holidays, and all through the house, our flooring looks terrible, like it was chewed on by a mouse. The throw rugs are placed on the bad spots with care, in hopes Sealand's Carpet Lane would soon be there. The carpet is tattered, the tile unglued. Sealand's Carpet Lane will know what to do. Sealand's Carpet Lane, where #1 priority is you. Merry Christmas!
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
It's the Wrap Up the Year sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors now to save over $10,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Come see the all-new and redesigned Bighorn with unparalleled durability, towing, hauling. Ram has you covered. Hurry in. This offer ends December 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
It's time to nominate your favorite business for Best of La Crosse County. Make your nominations in each category now through December 31st. The top 5 in each category will move on to the final round. Go to bestoflacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro. The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Brief pause on winter sports, we thought we would spread the Christmas cheer by showing off a few of our area teams that are off to good starts.
That's right, Kay. These teams are shining as bright as Rudolph's nose on Christmas Eve, and they hope to be playing into March with visions of sugar plums and a trip to the state tournament.
We'll start with the Luther girls. The Knights are sledding into break on a 6-game win streak and have lost just 1 time this season. Head coach Ryan Svensson says it's the combination of an experienced senior group with some young freshmen who are willing to learn that has the Knights off to the hot start.
Anytime you get young players that have talent and more importantly a passion for the game like this group does, you're excited. What made us really excited was pairing them with that upper class and kind of having that perfect storm of experience and youthful, sparks that they bring. It's great for now, hopefully it's great for the future, and we're just trying to enjoy it every day, one at a time.
Two of those seniors, Allie Zittel and Macy Neumeister, are leading the charge for the Knights. It's a very balanced offense, which means team basketball is a must.
One of my favorite parts of the game is just seeing how everyone can assist and the cool assists throughout the game. And if everyone's involved, it just makes it so much better and brings everyone else together.
I think it's better than I ever expected, honestly, because I think we're learning and growing as a team as we go, but we're doing it together, and I think that's something we've missed in past years. We've all tried to go our own separate ways, but this year we're really going as a team.
The team said they're going to enjoy spending time with family during the holiday break, but they're excited to get back on the court and continue to improve. Luther returns to play on December 30th for a road game in Mondovi.
Another area team that's been working as hard as Santa's elves to start the 2024-25 season is the Aquinas boys, who are 6-0, ranked second in all of Division IV, and have beat opponents by an average of 35 points per game. Now, many expected the Blue Golds to be a force to be reckoned with this season after a record of 23-6 a year ago. Brad Reinhardt is in his 9th year coaching, and if you blink, you'll miss an Aquinas offensive possession. They love to push the ball. They've got a plethora of playmakers who get the score, the rock.
I'd say early on, I'd say it's balance, right? Night in, night out. We've got, a lot of guys that can provide offense, and if somebody's not having a great shooting night, the other guy's there to pick them up, and really the group doesn't care who scores as long as we get a great look and they're willing to do it as a unit.
I think it's really important to get established a team game because, playing together, playing with the same pace, being on the same page, it ultimately helps us get the win and be better as a team.
And speaking of wins, the Blue Golds were a minute away from clinching a spot in the D4 championship game last year. But the guys have learned their lesson, and they are hungry to get back to Madison.
I think it's a big thought process on kind of just how we want to get back there, and we want to prove that we can get the gold by. We came up short last year, and that just happens, but it's also kind of moving on to the aspect of just a new season, fresh start, and let's see what we can do with these guys.
It's for sure kept a little taste of sourness in my mouth, but it helps us to, it builds the want even more. So we're hungry, we want to get there, we know what it takes, and we're just trying to be the best team that we can be by March. So.
Aquinas will host a holiday tournament beginning on Friday.
Let's go up the river a bit. The Cochran Fountain City Pirates also resting easy over break, undefeated with a 6-0 record. The Pirates averaging 80 points a game so far, in large part due to their pace. It's a fast tempo offense that leads to a lot of shots. Head coach Jesse Cyrus says he likes where the team is at. Now they just need to limit those mistakes.
We try to push the pace as much as we can. We got a bunch of guys that can play really smart, athletic basketball, and that's been for sure to our advantage so far. We've kept it clean for the most part. Obviously, being 5 games in, there's plenty of things you can work on, and playing fast, you're going to make mistakes, and those are the things we got to tune up, but it's been a good start so far.
The fast-paced offense means the team needs to be ready to run. It may not be everyone's favorite practice activity, but the team knows the sprints are going to help them achieve their goals.
He's really strict in practice and he makes us run, but I don't like it, but it really works out in game for us, and that's our game plan, is just outrun every team we play.
Our thoughts always, we got to win regionals. We've lost regional final last 2 years. Our goal is always win regionals, so hopefully we can take it beyond that. But we always talk about our main goal is regional final.
Erat and Lipinski are averaging a combined 48 points a game, and both guys shooting well above 50% from the field. They made it clear they want to get back to that regional final, a game where they lost by just 2 points last season.
Of course, so many teams playing well, Cade, but there are a few right there that we thought we would like to show off here, like Christmas lights display in a front yard.
And we've got holiday tournaments later this week, and there's plenty of action beginning with the new year, so make sure to check in with us throughout the winter.
Right now, for a limited time at Home Sleep Express, get a king-sized mattress for the price of a queen. This Thomas Cole Invigorate King mattress now just $6.99, plus no interest if paid in full by January 2027. King for the price of a queen, now at Home Sleep Express.
the holidays, and Chevy Silverado, and off-road adventure, and towing with confidence, and tech you can count on. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
I've suffered from shoulder pain for about 22 years. It got to where I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't even brush my teeth without pain.
That's when Sophia checked out QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
I chose QC Kinetics because my son, he had had his back done, and he had great success with it.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 715-447-7980.
I was in the shower washing my hair and I realized, oh my God, I'm washing my hair and it doesn't hurt. I'm pain-free and I want to thank you, QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 715-447-7980. 715-447-7980.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Stay warm and cozy this winter with La Crosse Fireplace Company and receive a 30% federal tax credit. Unlike a traditional steel wood stove, a Hearthstone soapstone wood stove delivers consistent heat using beautiful soapstone. Purchase your Hearthstone wood stove before the end of the year and receive a 30% federal tax credit on the entire package and installation. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Sit up, lean back, recline, and sleep. Get more Z's on a Z-Cliner by FlexSteel at Home Furniture. The Z-Cliner features pressure point relief zones, luxurious performance fabric with power recline and lift features. Relax by day, get your Z's by night. The Z-Cliner at Home Furniture.
Happy holidays from Bignevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Trane dealer.
In your morning medical news, concern over bird flu is growing among some health experts. Concern over bird flu, one point of concern is the spread of the disease in cattle. Nearly 900 herds across 16 states have tested positive. Who your doctor is may determine whether you get admitted to the hospital. A UCLA study found that some doctors are more likely to admit ER patients than others, but doctors who often admitted their patients saw their patients discharged after a short stay, suggesting there could be unnecessary admissions. Many studies show the benefits of having a pet for humans' physical and mental health, but not everyone can have one all year young. Now more foster pets are coming home with shelters offering short-term stays that can help pets and their human caretakers. Bradley Blackburn shows us how.
Come here. 5-year-old pup Sugar is right at home in Kristen Arue's New York City apartment, even if she won't be here forever. Arue's work schedule doesn't allow her to have a dog year-round, but she can foster this Christmas season and share in the joy a pet can provide.
They make you laugh, they lighten up any room, they greet you when you come home, so it's like, it's an immediate bond.
Animal Care Centers of New York City help pioneer what they call straycations, short-term fosters that are especially popular during the holidays. The idea has spread to other shelters around the country.
There are so many ways you can help animals, even if you're not ready to adopt.
A straycation can last as little as one night, but sometimes a lot longer when a trial run becomes a lifetime bond.
We found once that animal is in their home, it's like, oh, okay, this is good. This dog's gonna stay here now.
But even short-term stays can be a real help to shelters, freeing up space for other animals in need.
So when a cat or a dog stays at someone's home overnight, it really relieves a burden for you.
Absolutely. And plus that animal gets to have an amazing time. It's a win-win.
I'll definitely do it again. And like I said, it's a balancing act for me of when I have the capacity to do it, but when I do, it's, you know, it changes a dog's life.
Sweet for sugar, and all animals finding warm homes through this season.
New York Shelter even provides basic supplies like pet food, leashes, toys, and other necessities when families bring home foster pets for the holidays. Today marks the first day of the week-long celebration of Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was created in 1966 as a non-religious way for African Americans to reconnect with ancestral roots. It is celebrated each year from December 26th to January 1st. A candle is lit each night and represents the people, the struggle, and the future. Each day is dedicated to one of 7 principles: unity, self-determination, collective responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and of course, faith. Back here in the Coulee region, some celebrated the holidays with a meal for the whole community. Sparta's American Legion hosted a Christmas dinner. The community was invited to come together for a free meal and spread some Christmas cheer. The dinner was originally intended for people who were unable to leave their homes for the holiday, but this year the Legion offered dining, carry-out, and delivery options, and they ended up serving over 800 meals.
It's a chance to feed their entire family without having a mess. And then some people just need a boost. So that's what we do here.
The Legion has been hosting the Christmas dinner since 1990. It's said art is in the eye of the beholder, and a new sculpture across the pond is proving the point. Some see it as a work of nature, while others call it a messy mishap. CBS's Tina Kraus has the story.
Environmental artists Mark and Rebecca Ford loved watching their latest project take shape on the south coast of England. But when the big brown sculpture was revealed, some couldn't stop snickering, saying it looked like a certain emoji.
As artists, we don't court controversy at all. This was intended to be a periwinkle from the very start.
A periwinkle sea snail was the inspiration for the husband and wife team. But cheeky critics are poo-pooing the design's debut.
Really, it does look like a poo emoji. It really does.
Creators defend their artistic vision.
The fact that some people think it's not a periwinkle and it could be a poop emoji, well, that's up to you to make your decision.
The 14-foot formation, meant to be a nod to the sea snail's medieval roots, is winning over those who see the art, not just the joke.
I mean, and I've seen a lot of different poops of all sorts of animals, and to be perfectly honest, it doesn't look like one.
I think everybody will see what they want to see, but my husband and I think it's absolutely lovely.
And artists say they're getting the last laugh, with the buzz bringing more visitors to enjoy the view, whatever they make of it.
Definitely something right there. And the watcher also, or artists say the $7,000 shelter will stand the nature reserve for 3 years, allowing plenty of time for people to form their own opinions. Let's send it over to Art Jarrett, who has a look at your commute. Art.
Away we go, Jeremy. Thank you, sir. Hey, take a look at this. We've got the slick roadways out there, and I'm still holding on to this as we go through the noon hour, because we've seen spots coming and going throughout the morning hours. You have the special weather statement, which is possible for freezing drizzle. You don't see it right now. It was up earlier, but it's backed off now a couple of times, but I'm leaving it up there because we've seen it appear and disappear throughout the morning hours this morning, so I'm going to leave that up. Right now, we have the dense fog that we're holding on to as well, and that's going to carry over all the way into possibly the 9 o'clock hour, and then reappear as we get into the afternoon with more fog on the way. Tomorrow we'll do similar conditions as well, the possibility of freezing rainfall, and of course the fog and low cloud activity that will linger throughout the day. All right, we get into it here as we go into cloudy skies expected right now, getting into temperatures in the 20s and the 30s, still holding on to 31 down to the south. It feels like similar conditions to what you're looking at right now as far as the temperatures are concerned and the wind chill. However, we do have, you can see the flag in the background kind of flapping a little bit. We have some patchy to dense fog out there, believe it or not, and that will continue through the morning hours. We take a look here at Tomah, or at least near Tomah. From Tomah all the way to Shelby, we have some patchy to dense fog out there, so please take it slow. You go to Menominee, we're doing the same thing with a little bit of fog and low cloud activity there, and you still see the snow that's on the roadways. They're a lot colder up there, still holding on to the upper 20s to the low 30s. La Crosse right now is holding on to around 31 degrees. We go into the 8 o'clock hour with increasing temperatures temperatures up to 37. You can see Eau Claire is still holding on to the 20s, upper 20s. And of course, if you're leaving anywhere right now, the flights are looking pretty good across the board. I'll have more about this coming up for you in a moment. But coming up in our Buzz Report, Happy Gilmore 2 just released its first teaser for the movie. We'll see that come out in just a bit. That'll be that's set to release next year. However, we'll have more about that information coming up for you in just a moment. Stick around.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
Attention business owners, is your roof ready for the new year? Your Choice Roofing specializes in commercial solutions that protect your investment and bottom line. Act now to benefit from Section 179 deductions and bonus depreciation for major tax savings. Lock in 2024 pricing before costs rise. Upgrade to energy-efficient roofing and save on utilities while increasing building value. Secure your roof and savings. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today.
Welcome to the rustic side of Black River Furniture Outlet, Western Wisconsin's cabin store. Buy unique, one-of-a-kind pieces made in the USA, featuring aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialty woods like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars and bar stools. Find epoxy pieces, coffee and end tables, cabin furniture bedroom sets in king, queen, full, or twin. Bunk beds and case pieces to match. Huge selection in stock to take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Andy Pitts here at Chrysler Winona, and we're clearing the lot for construction on our new dealership during the Wrap Up the Year sales event. A new Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn with heated seats, remote start, and Apple CarPlay, just $429 per month with $19.99 down. Or buy up to $12,500 off MSRP. Need more power? A new Ram HD Crew Cab, up to $13,000 off MSRP. So come see us at our new location, Highway 61, Winona.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
All right, well, good morning to you. Freezing drizzle is still a possibility for today, so slick roadways are not out of the question this early morning, not to mention the patchy to dense fog that's already moving about the region right now. You'll go right into the dense fog advisory here. That is all the purple that you see. You've got, I should say, dense fog is also holding on down to the south as well. As you get into it, you're also looking for the possibility of getting into more fog and low cloud activity with the freezing drizzle hovering around in this particular area all the way down to Madison, possibly into Prairie du Chien as well as La Crosse. Now, this is a possibility that will continue. It has started since earlier this morning around 4 o'clock and comes and goes. It went up to the north, and now it's possible that we could see it in the central area. We'll get back into it now with cloud cover over the last 3 hours, still holding on to cloudy skies. That remains with us for the next few days. Going into current temperatures for you, not much change. 27 degrees up to the north and mid to upper 20s as you finish out going into the central area, and then you're seeing more of the 30s down to the south. Fog and low cloud cloud activity is pretty much around here, getting into near dense fog, getting into La Crosse there. We've seen river valleys as well as getting into the bluffs, getting into more fog and low cloud activity with Viroqua, as well as areas by Black River Falls, all that collapsing around, say, La Crosse and Preston, getting across the Mississippi. You're also seeing that for Rochester, getting into Austin as well. We'll hold on as we go through it. This is Friday now, taking a look here. It's going to be similar conditions to what you're seeing, but this is a better overview because Friday is going to have more moisture in the atmosphere. So we're picking up the possibility of more fog going all the way through tomorrow, from morning all the way into the evening. For us here, though, we've got moisture sneaking up, coming up for late night tonight, going into Friday as well. We'll see this continue on with at least about a 30% chance today, turning into an 80% chance for tomorrow. But once we get into the evening for tomorrow, we could see up to 100% of rainfall moving back in the forecast. The light freezing rain and drizzle that we've been talking about, you can see it in some of the areas here, but a lot of that is not reaching the ground. So that continues to track a little bit more to the northeast, but we're going to keep an eye on that for you. We get into the afternoon, though, you've got the potential for more light rain and drizzle popping into the picture, and we have more fog on the way as well. So the temperatures will be cool enough for that to occur. The winds have been coming out of the east, and that's been backing off a little bit over there to the east, but that means we're also seeing, as we go into Friday, more rainfall and moisture popping up from the south, and that continues to just lift all the way up to the north with more rain and snow going into, I should say, more rainfall coming back in the picture with temperatures in the 40s widespread, possibly up to 47 degrees for the temperatures for tomorrow, getting up into the 30s with more possibility of freezing rainfall returning. Eau Claire gets all the way across the board for tomorrow. You're looking at rain as your forecast. La Crosse will do similar conditions with 40s on the board. And then we take a look at the rainfall for Thursday today, 1/10 of an inch or less. Then we carry that over into Friday, where you're looking at a 60 to 80% chance coming out into the picture. Once we finish out, it turns into a 100% chance getting into the evening hours, and you're looking at least 1/4 of an inch all the way up to about 3/4 of an inch or less. Not much in the way of snow showing up for Tuesday. It's a little too far out, but if we take a peek here, you're going to go into 40 degrees today, 43 for tomorrow, 46 for Saturday, with warmer temperatures on the way from an 80 to a 70% chance. Drier for Sunday and Monday, but you may see rainfall coming back Monday, going into Tuesday, with more showers on the way in the form of light flurries to showers. Be safe out there. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Art. Christmas evening was one for the Houston history books. Beyonce performed at the Texas versus Ravens halftime at the NRG Stadium. The 13-minute halftime show included a melody of songs and special guests. While the score of the game didn't go in the Texans' favor, Houston was truly showcased on a worldwide level. The Jerry Springer Show ushered in a new wild era on the American talk show circuit. The new 2-part documentary, Jerry Springer Fights Camera Action, goes behind the scenes to expose the show's biggest scandals on and off screen. People who worked on the show share their stories. Jerry Springer Fights Camera Action comes to Netflix January 7th.
It's great to see you back, Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah, baby! Netflix is teeing up for the release of the long-awaited sequel of Happy Gilmore. It comes nearly 3 decades after the original movie, which became one of Adam Sandler's most beloved roles. Happy Gilmore will stream exclusively on Netflix next year.
This may be the end, but Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai comes to a close. Netflix revealed the release date of the final episodes of the hit martial arts series. The conclusion of the Karate Kid spin-off's 6th season arrives on the streamer on February 13th. So how about that one, Art? Cobra Kai wrapping up, Happy Gilmore 2 coming out next year, and that Jerry Springer documentary. All such wonderful entertainment.
Yeah, but where's the creativity in Hollywood, man? Where's the new stuff? I want to see the new stuff. Come on.
I'm looking forward to that Happy Gilmore sequel. I don't think I've ever watched it in its entirety.
All right, so let's get on with this. What do you say?
So stay with us. We've got what you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is up next.
Hey, what's up, lovely people? I'm Nate Burleson. Coming up on CBS Mornings, we're looking at some of our favorite musical guests from this year. From multi-Grammy nominee Shaboozey and his whirlwind debut on the country music scene, to rock band Weezer, and that sound that has spanned generations. I hope to see you there. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
From messes to spills, with next-gen Nuvella Performance Fabric, you can relax. It's life-resistant. And right now, you can save on new high-performance styles. And don't forget to shop our year-end clear-out with select items up to 50% off. Only at Ashley.
It's so cold. I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner. My fingers are freezing. They're numb. Oh, take my extra pair of gloves. Extra gloves?
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford SUVs, including Escape, Bronco Sport, and Explorer. Get holiday ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford SUVs. That's how you get holiday ready. Now, during the final days, get up to $3,000 total cash on a brand new 2025 Ford Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Ashley's Stellar Sleep Celebration is going on now. Snooze now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months in-store only. And receive a $300 gift with purchase. Hurry to your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
From memories of the past to memories yet to come. Happy holidays and the best to you this season. From all of us at News 8 Now. Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Time for your morning news now. The man accused of stabbing someone to death at the Dodge Inn earlier this month, 44-year-old Anthony Jackson, is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and attempted intentional homicide, according to the criminal complaint. Friends of the victim, 31-year-old Alex Graff, tell police that Jackson thought they were laughing at him before the incident. Jackson is expected to appear in an Eau Claire County courtroom at 2:30 this afternoon. President-elect Donald Trump is still busy filling posts in his administration ahead of Inauguration Day on January 20th. On Christmas Day, Trump named Kevin Marino Cabrera, a Florida County Commissioner, as his pick for ambassador to Panama. The move comes days after the president-elect indicated he may push for the Panama Canal, which is vital to international trade, to return to U.S. control. Northwest Naturals is recalling a batch of its pet food after a cat died after eating product contaminated with bird flu. The recall is for Northwest Naturals' 2-pound turkey recipe raw frozen pet food. The company says the food tested positive for bird flu. The recalled packages have best if used by dates of May 21st, 2026 and June 23rd, 2026. Consumers who bought it should immediately throw it out and contact the store for a full refund. In the Cooley region, some celebrated the holidays with a meal for the whole community. Sparta's American Legion hosted a Christmas dinner. The community was invited to come together for a free meal and spread some Christmas cheer. The dinner was originally intended for people who were unable to leave their homes for the holiday. But this year, the Legion offered dine-in, carry-out, and delivery options, and they ended up serving over 800 meals.
It's a chance to feed their entire family without having a mess. And then some people just need a boost. So that's what we do here.
The Legion has been hosting the Christmas dinner since 1990.
All right, cloudy conditions this early morning with patchy to dense fog out there right now. Cloudy skies remain for the better part of the day, and we may even see fog coming into the afternoon as well. We'll also be picking up some mist and drizzle and, of course, freezing rain, and not out of the question as we go to the 7 o'clock hour in the morning, extending out to about 10 a.m. Most of that will track up to Wausau and then bring more of that mist and drizzle as well, and, of course, the potential for freezing drizzle into that area. Today, we go to 40 degrees and warming up to 46 by Saturday. And then we continue to drop it back down, going into low 40s for Monday. Tuesday, we have some snow coming in with a possibility of about a 30% chance there. And then cooler conditions will prevail to finish into the middle of next week.
Dave Portnoy, the guy who runs Barstool Sports, is also famous for his pizza reviews. He recently traveled to Tiny Brick Oven in Baltimore to try their pizza. The good news is he loved their pizza, but the bad news is the workers told him the joint has to close their doors because they don't have a liquor license. Well, Dave couldn't accept that and decided to give the pizza joint $60,000 to help keep them open for the next few months and providing pies for the citizens of Baltimore.
That's not bad, right?
No, what a nice, generous deed, and even better, a nice holiday gift as well.
Works for me.
I'll take it. I'll take it. And how about that Mega Millions jackpot as well? A nice number right there, too.
I plan on winning that. I told that to Alexandra already. I'll give her a cut.
If I got that money, I would do so much with it. One of the things that would be, pay off student loans and just, help use it in any way I can to help others.
All right, let's do that.
Thank you for waking up with us this morning. We'll see you back here at noon.